Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of Zen-Oh Button. Today we're going to be going over the cooler cards that were just revealed coming out for set 9, and it seems they are a mill-focused deck. I don't know how exactly I feel about that. I've never really been a big Janemba fan. I've never actually played the deck except for one match on Untap, and I won the match, and I was like, oh, this deck is super lame. But anyways, it's a new archetype. It seems it's a little bit more technique focused as opposed to just swinging and then they mill too. But anyways, let's go into this first leader, or the first card, which is the leader card. It's cooler. First auto, when this card attacks a leader card, draw one card. That never hurts to have on your card. Second auto, when the power of one of your opponent's battle cards is decreased, your opponent places the top card of their deck in their drop area. So this seems a little bit more tempered than Janemba just because you have to minus from a battle card. Notice it doesn't say leader card. So that's kind of nice because I know there's some cards that minus from the leader, like that 4-drop red Gohan. You can play him for 2 on your opponent's turn. You can minus 10 from a battle card or a leader card. But this is specifying battle card, and then they only have to place the top card of their deck in their drop area. However, if you have multiple targets and you play like the 3-drop Vegeta from the draft box that minuses 20 from everyone, it could definitely be problematic, and you can start milling, making your opponent mill a lot of cards. But moving on to the third auto, once per turn, if it's your opponent's turn, when the power of one of your opponent's battle cards is decreased by the skill of one of your battle cards, so it has to be yours, you draw one card. So this deck actually seems like it could draw a decent amount depending on the playstyle of the opponent. I feel like, you know, red usually you want to attack before you play your battle card so they can't minus. So this can definitely be played around, but it's going to be very, very annoying because red has a lot of minusing cards. And then he has pretty standard awaken if life is 4 or less. May draw one card, choose up to one of your energy, switch to active mode. So for his awaken side, cooler, revenge, transformed. This card attacks, draw one card, always solid. When the power of one of your opponent's battle cards is decreased, your opponent places the top card of their deck in the drop area, same as before. Once per turn, when the power of one of your opponent's battle card skills is decreased by the skill of one of your opponent's battle cards, or one of your battle cards, draw one card. So this is literally pretty much the same. The only difference is now awakened. Whenever you attack, you can draw. So at least I like that you have to, on the front side, you have to attack leader. It's kind of annoying when you go against Janemba and you play those like 1-drop crit cards to kind of apply pressure. Then Janemba's just going to swing at those and he doesn't help your leader self-awaken. So I kind of like how they made it on the front. At least he has to attack leader card to draw. So if he decides to go for those little weenies, he's not going to get the draw. So as of right now, just going off of what red has for minusing power, like there is a lot of options. There's that Goku that when he's in the drop, you send him to the warp, you pay 1 energy, and you minus 5k. And if you read the auto, it says, when the power of one of your opponent's battle cards is decreased, your opponent plays the top card. So, I mean, from my understanding, if you had 2 of those Gokus and you paid 2 energy, and you minus from, even if it's from the same card, as long as it doesn't kill it, like, they're going to be milling 2 cards. So, that's actually pretty broken. If you, especially if you're playing, like, After Image, and is that all you've got? If you can play a couple of those in a turn, and you, like, affect a wide range of cards, like, you're going to be drawing, and your opponent is going to be milling. And I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure Paralysis Technique, the Frieza card, I think you need to have Frieza Clan Leader. I'm not remembering, but if you can use that with this leader, that's going to be insane because you minus 5k from leader, which is super helpful, especially with Yellow Baby being so prevalent, the dual attack one. You just make him a 5k. So yeah, he can swing twice, but it's useless. And then you can wipe out his 5ks, like the Dr. Mew and like the 1-drop Yellow Baby on board. Especially because they're going to have to swing to do a rival. So honestly, that card, if I'll have to double check it. But if that card is viable with this leader, it's going to be pretty insane. But so yeah, the leader seems pretty decent. I've never been a huge mill fan just because personally, like card games and everything, they have so much randomness already in them. Once you start milling your opponent's deck, you're including more randomness on them. And like, you know, obviously I can't do the math, you know, on the top of my head, but basically like if you're milling cards, those are cards now your opponent put in their deck that they wanted to see that are now being placed in the drop and they're not able to counter your plays. So I've never really been a fan of mill because it's like almost putting double chance or double luck on your opponent while, you know, the player that is mill themselves is, you know, at the same luck level as like a normal deck. Plus, there's no true silver bullets against it, which is kind of aggravating. Like, they made Tien, and I get Tien hurts Janemba, but at the same time, Tien absolutely kills blue in their whole untap thing. So I think Tien was a terrible card, but anyways, I'm going down a rabbit hole. Let's look at some of the other cards. Cooler, Tyrannical Assault, 5 multicolor energy, 1 red, 1 blue, specified. He's double strike, a rival red, blue, 1 red, so that's actually pretty sweet. When you play this card, your opponent places the top card of their deck in the drop area, so automatic mill. Then choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and they get minus 10k power for the duration of the turn. So the notice doesn't say with barrier, it just says ignoring barrier, so you can choose just any 2 cards. So this card can potentially mill up to 3 cards, clear some cards, and then, yeah, as someone commented over there, this kind of kills Gogeta Ramp, like the 3-drop Vaku, the 10k with barrier. As annoying as that deck is, at this point now, there's so many answers to it, like, I don't know, especially if this deck takes off, which, I don't know, I mean, mill is just like, I think it will take off, just because if you take a mill deck, like, Janemba has consistently done well in almost every single format, just because, once again, it's that randomness. You're swinging, they're milling to, oh shoot, the secret rare, you just milled the opponent's secret rare, now they can't play that card, so it's like, mill is always just going to be really good for just the randomness, but this is super good for 1 energy, 20k double strike, that's milling and like minusing 10k from 2 cards. Super good in the archetype. Combo attack cooler, blue card, 0-5k combo, 1 blue specified, activate battle, 1 blue, choose 1 red or blue, freeze a clan card in your battle area other than combo attack cooler, and return it to its owner's hand. Play this card from your hand. So if you guys have seen the red drop Frieza that was revealed, I don't know, a couple days ago, whenever it was, might have even been yesterday, honestly. You know, you play that card, you draw 1 card, and then it also has the ability, you tap 1 red, and you can minus, I believe, 10k for the duration of the battle. It's a pretty sweet card, but, you know, if you're trying to plus up your hand size, like, you know, usually you don't always want to send cards back to your hand, but you play that 1 drop, right? He draws you a card. You swing with leader. Then you do this activate battle, you grab that 1 drop back to hand, you play this dude, and then now you have that 1 drop back in hand, and you can, you know, either that turn or the next turn, just play it again just to draw cards. Like, honestly, like cantrips, like anything that draws you or searches, replaying those is really freaking awesome for like plussing up your hand. But anyway, so that's how you play him for 1 blue energy. He's a 15k, so 1 energy for a 15k beater. Not bad at all, especially like I said, if you're taking the 1 drop back, that's not that much of a cost. And then the auto, once per turn, when this card attacks or is attacked, choose up to 1 red blue multicolor card in your drop area and combo with it. So this is a direct upgrade on the, I believe, the Gohan and Vegito. It's a red green Gohan, I think blue yellow Vegito. When it was the same thing when they attacked, or if they were attacked, you could combo with a multicolor in your drop, but you had to drop a card from your hand to do that. So that would have been okay if they said choose up to 1 card in your hand to put to the drop. Just that way, if you had a multicolor in your hand, you could drop it and combo with it. But you have to drop it. You know, once again, I'm going off the top of my head on this. So they were decent, but they didn't really see a lot of play because it's just kind of like a consistent, like you're just killing your hand. This one, you don't need to drop a card. You just need to choose a red-blue multicolor card in your hand, you drop area, and combo with it. Which is insane. It basically turns this dude into a free 25k with a rival fodder. That is just absolutely insane. You know, we have this one here, this one a rival. There's also that Majin Buu. I don't know how relevant it would be in this deck. Actually, I'm trying to remember. I think in minus is 10k, so the Majin Buu might play a part in this. Regardless, there's still going to be multiple arrivals, and this dude is super good. Like I said, just a 25k essentially base, and then when he's attacked, you make him a 25k base. Granted, obviously, if there's a card like Revenge Death Ball, it can kill it, but that is besides the point. And then just makes super easy revival fodder, so super good card. King Cold, Astral Tyrant, 6 energy, 2 blue specified. He's a dual attack. When you play this card, your opponent places 5 cards from the top of their deck in their drop area. So also, he's a 6 cost and he's a 5k combo. Damn. So, don't get me wrong, I know everyone's going to be like, oh, this card's super high cost, like it's never going to get played. Probably. And he doesn't have barrier, he doesn't have deflect, like, he's fragile, but he is above a 4 cost and above 20k power. So, Denial of Hope can't hit him, you know what I mean? He can get hit by Cold Bloodlust, Frost Deadly Poison, and all that stuff, but he's kind of safe to play. Not incredibly safe, but he's a little bit safe to play. He's also a 5k combo, so he's not clogging up your hand. I can definitely see this as a 1 of or a 2 of in a deck, because, you know, if you're playing a mill deck, like, sometimes it just comes down to, like, you know, your opponent only has, you know, 8 cards in deck or something like that, or 7. You know, if you play this, 5 cards from the top of their deck into their drop area. He's a dual attack, which is also kind of cool. But I don't know how much play it'll get. I could definitely see it being a 1 of or a 2 of in the decks. Unless there's a way. I hope there's no way to cheat him out, because 5 cards that's ridiculous. But yeah, definitely not a bad card. Chaos Beam Volley, extra card, blue, 1 blue specified, counterplay. If your leader card is a Frieza Clan card, if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 3 or less, it is returned to its owner's hand instead of being played. Then your opponent places 2 cards on top of their deck in their drop area. So it's kind of like Absolute Release Ball, except there's no life cost. It's 1 extra energy more, but your opponent's milling 2 cards. I'm really glad they said if your leader card is a Frieza Clan, because this card would be incredibly annoying in Janemba when you're just trying to pressure him out. If they sent it back to your hand, then you mill 2. Like, ugh. Anyways, definitely not bad. Just extra mill, 2 energy. I don't know if that'll be the best use, but I don't know. If your opponent, especially if your opponent's paying 3 energy for a card and you pay 2 to send it back to their hand, like, definitely not bad. And then I believe, yeah, this is the final card. King Cold, Imminent Invasion, 2 red energy to play him. He's a blocker. Auto. If your leader card is a red Frieza Clan cooler, and you choose 1 card in your life added to your hand, so Self-Awakening, at the end of your turn, look at the bottom card of your deck, and if it's a red or blue Frieza Clan card with an energy cost of 3 or less other than King Cold, Imminent Invasion, play it, then shuffle your deck. So Self-Awakening, and let me see. Let me just reread it. At the end of your turn, look at the bottom of your card of your deck. If it's red or blue Frieza Clan with energy cost 3 or less other than play it. Okay, so you don't even need to sack this dude. You just have to take 1 life. So you play this dude, 10k blocker. I'm assuming with that very specific, if there's a card on the bottom of the deck, I'm assuming there's other cards that you can place cards on the bottom of the deck. I know the other Frieza leader is the one where you look at the top 3 cards, and then I believe you place them on the bottom. So if you place them on the bottom in any order you like, you do that. You make sure there's a 3-drop or less Frieza Clan, and then you put that on the bottom, and then you can play this dude. I don't know if you can swap into this dude. Honestly, I haven't looked at the Frieza swap engine since, like, it came out in, what is that, Clash of Fates. So I can't remember what they can swap into, but if you could swap into this dude, that'd be pretty cool. Either way, 2 energy to Self-Awaken for a 10k blocker, like, not bad, and especially if you can get a pretty decent 3-drop off of it, like, you're able to cheat out. Like I said, I'll have to double check, but if that 3-drop Frieza that has barrier, and that pops like a 20k or less, if that's Frieza Clan, which it probably is, and I probably should have checked before doing this video, that would actually be an insane play. Put that on the bottom, play this dude, you have a blocker, you Self-Awaken a little bit. Now you have that 3-drop barrier 20k, which is pretty damn hard to get rid of. But yeah, so pretty decent card. But yeah, that was the last card revealed. Pretty cool set. You know, I'm not really, like I talked about earlier, I'm not really a big fan of mill, but at least this way you can play around it. Like, obviously it's going to be annoying to play, you know, oh, I don't want to minus attack power cards, like, or I don't want to play my battle cards, so I can't really continue my cause. So that's a little bit annoying, but you can always, the way to play around red, honestly, is swing and then play your battle cards. So this is just going to require a different methodology. We still have to see the other cards released in the set. I don't know if they're going to run the Frieza chain. They probably will want to run that Frieza that minuses, what is it, 20 or 30k when he swings from all cards on your opponent's board, ignoring barrier. That card was a mistake. I didn't do the reveal on it because I'm a couple days late, and most other people have done. But that 5-drop Frieza was a mistake, especially because it's not like you get him out on turn 5. Like, you're getting that dude out like turn 3 consistently, and there are so many ways to get him out. Luckily, they were smart enough to not give him barrier or deflect. So, you know what I mean? You can rest mode him because he does have to attack. So, rest moding him is going to be huge, or some kind of like cold bloodlust, frost deadly poison, like something to make sure he doesn't attack. Because if he attacks and you have a board, like you're milling a ton of cards and you're eating a triple strike turn 3, which is pretty annoying. But anyways, this archetype looks pretty interesting. I'd like to see where it goes. I might give it a try, even though, like I said, I really don't like mill. At least this seems a little bit more, you know, technique based. And I'm not gonna crap on Janemba players because there's a lot of really good Janemba players, and you know, it does take some skill. It's just really annoying when, like, honestly, at the end of the day, sometimes it turns down to like they swing and then you mill your 2 answers to Janemba, and then like you're just kind of screwed. Or even if you're running TN, they mill 2 of your 3 TN you're running, and you're like, well, I guess screw me. But anyways, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to press that Zen-Oh button.